What you have just watched was one of my favorite childhood PlayStation 1 cutscenes from a game I never really got to fully enjoy. Let's start this video off by talking about demo discs, just for a second. A lot of younger people now that didn't grow up with these consoles don't even know what that is. Like, basically, there are CDs you would get with a bunch of PlayStation 1 game demos. And one of my favorite demo discs had the first few levels of a game called MediEvil, so yeah, let's talk about that. MediEvil is a action-adventure hack-and-slash game released in 1998 that makes it 25 years old by the time of me recording this, and honestly for a 25-year-old game, it still holds up really well. It has a cult following of fans that will always love this game, me included. It's still a lot of fun to play. There are a few more MediEvil games out there. Most people probably know about the 2019 PlayStation 4 remake, which I still haven't played, but I heard good things about it. As you can see in the trailer for the PS4 game, they show off everything good about the new version. It's MediEvil, just modern, good graphics, better gameplay. It's just a better version of the game. It's a game that can be a lot of fun. It's a good challenge. The game isn't too easy on the player, which is a good thing. You can get lost sometimes when it comes to puzzles, but as long as you keep trying, you will succeed. Also, finishing a level or beating a boss feels really satisfying in this game. I think it's pretty obvious that there is a big difference between these two games, but there's always this charm when it comes to playing these older games. PS1 graphics look beautiful in their own way, and I think people will always find ways to enjoy them. I really enjoyed playing the first few levels after all these years. The fact that the game has a pretty cool story helps it too, I guess. But one thing that I thought was always amazing was the bosses and the enemies in the game. The original demo ends after the first boss, so I never really got to see the rest like back in the day, but I instantly knew that all would be cool looking and they would be fun to play against, especially the first one. The first boss in the game is this stained glass demon, which is a unique fight to say the least. You need to hit it while it exposes its heart, but it was really fun, especially back in the day. I just remember vividly that the boss just looked really cool to me, and to this day it still hasn't changed. That stained glass boss is one of my favorite PS1 bosses, like, of all time, pretty much. You pick up a key the boss drops, and then you can backtrack on the map to open a previously locked door. I really like that. You can find places and levels where you can just tell that you will have to return in the future if you want to unlock something. I really like this about the game because it gives you a sense of freedom. You can always return to levels and explore it as much as you want. That's the most fun part of the game, in my opinion. Exploring and slashing enemies just feels amazing. MediEvil is one of those games where water just insta-kills you, so yeah, try to stay away from falling into water. In the PS1 version, it throws you back into the main menu after you die, so that sucks a little bit, but the good thing about it is that I really love the menu in this game. The main menu is just a graveyard with a skeleton pointing at the options you have while they are written on a gravestone. It's really creative and one of my favorite menus in gaming, to be quite honest. At the start of the game, most of the map is blacked out, but the more you play, the more it gets revealed to you. You can unlock a bunch of weapons too in the game. You start off with a sword, throwing knives, a crossbow, and a lot more. Even if you don't have a weapon, Sir Dan, the protagonist of the game, rips off one of his arms and swings it around like a weapon. Like I said, the game is really creative. I think there's not much to say about MediEvil. It's a very good game, in my opinion one of the greatest PlayStation 1 games of all time. It's very simple, you go from point A to point B, you just finish the levels by killing everything in your way, killing the final boss, and you continue. You would actually think that the game would get more boring because it might get repetitive, but it really doesn't because you just unlock so many things that change the gameplay and just mix it up. Every boss is unique, every enemy seems to be unique, every level is unique. The more you play, the more you see, the more the game changes, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why games like MediEvil will always have a place in people's heart. It's very fun, it's cheesy at sometimes, but it's just a PlayStation 1 classic, and there is not very much more to say about it. So yeah, this has been my little video about MediEvil. I just felt like making a short video and talk about it for the simple reason that I felt like playing it again. I played a little bit, I had my fun, but yeah, if the game looks interesting and you get the chance to play it, I definitely recommend it to you, especially if it's the PlayStation 4 version, because like I said, that's a better game, just to be quite honest. But yeah, anyway, so thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see everyone in the next video. Bye, guys.